Hi, I'm Andy Jr. and welcome to the Captain Comeback Challenge. My goal in this challenge is to win a championship in All-Pro Football 2K8 with a 28-point handicap. This idea was inspired by the 2020 Cowboys. They surpassed levels of ineptitude I didn't even know were possible on a football field. There truly was something special about them getting down by stupidly large scores and having Dak sling the ball around and kind of sort of bring him back into the game. And while it was devastating to see Dak go down with that terrible injury and the rest of the season kind of sucked ass, we did at least get the Atlanta game, and that will forever hold a special place in my heart. This challenge is definitely going to add some much-needed difficulty to the game. My Madden boycott has gone on for so long at this point that 2K football has become too easy for me. I've tried many methods at this point to increase the difficulty. In 2K5, I tested kicking only field goals, and I also created a team of Vinny Testaverde clones. In All-Pro Football, I made a team without skill position players. If you played golf, you're probably familiar with the concept of a handicap. In golf, a handicap is used to put players at different skill levels on an equal playing field. It allows people like me to feel better about themselves when they play with someone who actually has talent. So how do I implement the handicap, you might ask? Meet the punter, Terry Bauman. Bauman's going to keep giving the other team the ball in the end zone until they have 4 touchdowns. I have to emphasize 4 touchdowns and not 28 points because a blocked or missed extra point in this game isn't totally unheard of. If I receive the opening kickoff, then we take care of it right away, but if my opponent receives the opening kickoff, I'll take care of the handicap with a fake punt run when I first possess the ball. The opponent's scoring doesn't count towards the handicap, so I have to be careful or I'll find myself down by 35 points. With all that out of the way, we can now build the team. In All-Pro Football, you create your own team with 11 former pros. The team's made up of 2 gold players, 3 silver players, and 6 bronze players. And in case it wasn't obvious already, I'm a huge Dallas Cowboys fan, so I'm going to play as the Dallas Law. My team will solely be made up of former Cowboys. For my 2 gold players, I'm going to go with none other than Captain Comeback and Captain Crash. I'm sure a lot of people will be surprised that I chose Cliff Harris over Emmitt Smith, but running the ball is really tricky in this game, and it's really too time-consuming to try and get the run game going when you're down by 28 points. And as good as Staubach was in his career, he definitely would have been kind of lost if he didn't have that doomsday defense. For the 3 silver players, we've got Drew Pearson, Billy Joel Dupree, and Nolan Renfro. Pearson and Dupree are great receiving threats, and Renfro really strengthens our defensive backfield. Finally, we have our bronze players, Alvin Harper and Rakib Rocket Ismail. They give Staubach more options. We build a solid D-line with Harvey Martin, Leon Lett, and Tony Tolbert. And we reunite Cliff Harris with his fellow doomsday defense safety, Charlie Waters. Before I start the season, I have to complain and say this isn't my first attempt at this. 2 games into my previous attempt, while I was totally not running up the score, I sent Billy Joel Dupree to the hospital with a terrible pass over the middle, and he suffered a cracked vertebrae neck injury. I played a couple more games, and I was actually doing pretty well. I think I was like 4-1, but it was really getting frustrating not having my go-to conversion guy out there, and his replacement, Kevin Conrad, just really wasn't doing it for me, so I decided to call it a day and give this another go. And also, I do have some kind of sort of unwritten rules. Every game I'm going to be trying to do at least 1 flea flicker, and I'm also going to almost exclusively go for 2, unless it would be absolutely brain dead of me to go for 2. Finally, we'll take a quick look at the schedule. We're in the Central Division of the Pacific Conference. We start things out in September with a 4-game road trip. We make up for it with 4 straight home games in October. Things kind of even out towards the end. Overall, there's really not too many teams on the schedule that I'm concerned about, and the only thing that really stands out is the fact that we play the Denver Cougars 3 times for some reason. And just in case you were wondering, yes, I am playing on Legend difficulty. Alright, here we are week 1. We start our season off in Arizona against the Scorpions. They're definitely one of the weaker teams in this game, but they do have the legend of Mark Smith, so we do have to watch out for him. We kick off first and get help from the refs for the first and probably last time of the season. On the next play, Captain Crash lights up Len Dawson. It sends him way back and forces them into a 3-and-out.
I'm too hot for you, baby!
Terry Bauman does his thing and puts us down 28 points. And now we get to see Captain Comeback in action. He starts the game off nicely. He connects 3 times with Billy Joel Dupree, getting us our first touchdown. The defense has no problem stuffing Abner Haynes, and on 3rd down, we force a dangerous pass and get another 3-and-out. On the first play of our second drive, Mr. Clutch gets set in motion, and Staubach connects with him for a 70-yard touchdown. The D continues to shut down Abner Haynes, and again on 3rd down, Len Dawson makes a terrible throw. This time Mel Renfro's there for the interception. He takes it all the way back for a pick 6. It really felt at this point like everything was going our way, but the legend of Mark Smith took matters into his own hands and gets the kickoff return for a touchdown. During the return, he stiff arms Kevin Epstein into another planet, and I do have to let his family know that he is going to be okay. Staubach answers right back. Pearson makes a pair of sideline catches, and after Dupree makes up for a clipping penalty, Roger the Dodger gets the easiest touchdown run of his career.
6 points, baby! Woohoo!
The D looks poised for another quick stop, but it appears that the legend of Mark Smith has given the Scorpions a much-needed morale boost. Our D makes some solid plays on this drive, but the Scorpions are able to slowly chip away, and Abner Haynes caps off a tough, tightly contested drive with a touchdown. With little time to work with in the half, our offense gets shut down, and we're forced to swallow our pride and punt the football, sending the game into halftime. Coming out of the locker room, we're really pumped to get things going, so we start the second half with a flea flicker.
Their own 27-yard line. Staubach throws this one deep down the right sideline and the catch is made at the 12.
The flea flicker works perfectly, and the big play sets up Rocket Ismail for a touchdown, making it a one-possession game. Just like the offense, the defense comes out of the locker room ready to play. The D-line gets into the backfield play after play to force another 3-and-out. Wasting no time at all, Staubach rolls out left and hits Alvin Harper behind the secondary. We get the 2-point conversion to give us the lead with a quarter and a half still left to play. Scorpions give us hell on the next drive. We have a chance to end the drive, but we kind of get over aggressive and get burned. Luckily, the D stays strong in the red zone, and they end up settling for 3. And at this point, their efforts are seeming kind of futile as Staubach again is able to tear their defense apart, and he hits Alvin Harper up for another touchdown. And as Alvin Harper celebrates, he kind of foreshadows what is to come as we begin to sail away with the wins. In garbage time, we continue to make their D look like a Pee Wee football team. They are able to get 2 more touchdowns though before the game ends. They catch us being too aggressive, and the legend of Mark Smith is able to return another kickoff for a touchdown. But when all's said and done, we prevail. We start the season and this long road trip outright with a 84-59 point victory, and the Scorpions get the prestigious honor of earning the first choking hazard award of the season. I'm sure this challenge is definitely looking easy, but as I said before, the Scorpions are kind of trash, and we still got a long season ahead of us. Anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you really have a good day. And I just got to say good luck to anybody who finds themselves on the Illinois Tollway. Our thoughts are with you.